Whether you think you can or you think you cannot, you are right. Mindset is not only thinking positive, it's the ability to know that everything will be okay because you have a connection with Source.
We all have insecurities and fear. So the question is, how do you get over them? It's time to explore and identify what's holding you back from your greatest potential. On this podcast, your host, Iris Janet, shows you how to use NLP, meditation, and energy to move past your obstacles.
This is episode number 22, The Roadmap of My Success. Thomas Edison said the value of an idea lies in the using of it. And Henry Ford said, whether you think you can or you think you cannot, you are right. Hello, my friends. Welcome to another episode of Firefly by Iris Janet. When is the best time to open that business that you're dreaming of, or to write that book that you want to, or to follow your dream, or maybe change into a new city? Today, I will share with you the roadmap of my transformation to a new life and how I made that decision to change many things in my life, to start my own business, to write my book, to record a podcast, and to live a life full of happiness. If you enjoy this episode at any time, or if you think that someone may be inspired by this message, please copy and paste the link and share with them. Firefly was created with the intention to empower women and to help her find her greatest potential. But after episode number 22nd, which is this one, we are changing the direction to be a show that empower women with an accent. However, the topics and information that you will find in Firefly by Iris Janet, they're not only related to women, they are related to anyone who listen and who may take advantage of the information that is sharing, or maybe feel related to the topic and to the subject. When I say transformation, when I said that I want to show you the roadmap of my transformation, I am talking about the moment when I begin to learn in how to use the law of attraction. I also begin to have more an intimate relationship with God, with the universe. I also begin to open my own business. I start a podcast, and I also write in a book, which it will be published pretty soon. All this happening approximately 6 to 8 months before the pandemic hit. And I believe that the universe was preparing me for what was coming. And let me tell you, I have heard this from many people, not only me. There were many people that were also experiencing before the pandemic that they were getting ready for something. And that happened when you are connected. When you feel that you have been prepared for something that is happening, it's basically what we call intuition. When you get that guidance by the universe, you are more connected. And right now, I have to tell you, not only me is transforming, I feel like the whole universe, the whole world is transforming because great things are happening and great things are coming. And you may ask why I'm saying this when yeah, we can see some kind of disturbing experiences, right? Politics and health and many things that the world is changing. But I think actually this is going to bring us to a great things that will happen in this world in a collective way. And it will be a collective good. But going back to Firefly, like I said, in 2019, I already have my marketing business. And by November 2019, I was already presenting my resignation letter. So my last day of work was going to be February 2020. And I was already ready to just be an entrepreneur and begin the journey of having my own business. And then right there, that's when the pandemic began, which I want to add that when you are connected, remember, when you are connected, you can feel and can guide you of what is you may want to do. Because it's always at the end of the story, even if God guide you, it's your choice. We all have free will. We have free agency to choose what we want to do. So in this new era of Firefly by Iris Janet, I want to connect with all those people who have migrated from other countries and is still in the search of new outcomes and have an accent. And why an accent? Because that is something that we think may limit us, when in reality is what makes us unique. So I have shared in this show, and I will continue to share my life experience, and I will continue bringing great people that will share their talent, their knowledge, and more with you. Because I think that everything that happened in my life, being a Puerto Rican, moving to New York when I was a teenager, having 8 kids, and having divorced 4 times, or being an entrepreneur, a new entrepreneur, that is what it made me who I am today. And today I'm a satisfied person. So in my life, I focus on 3 things that are fundamental for my transformation and my success. And those are health, mind, self slash spirituality, and financial. And to me, these 3 things are basic principles to take care of you and do anything you want. Why health go first? Because you cannot do anything if you don't have health. You can have all the money of the world, but if you do not have health, you cannot do anything. Health do not only have to do with being physical active or going to the gym. Health have to do with physical activity, like maybe biking, walking, doing planks. It's about the movement of your body, creating physical activity. What really makes a great difference in your health. It's about eating whole foods and not necessarily being vegetarian, but being mindful of what you eat. Sometimes people spend a lot of money in a pair of shoes, but they eat poorly. And why you want to spend money and time what is artificial, what is in the outside of you, but then what is in the inside of you put so unhealthy food. Also, another aspect of being healthy is being mindful with the medical care. And people sometimes wonder when I mention this about medical care, being mindful about medical care. And I don't want to create any controversy with this subject. And I'm going to limit my opinion. But science have been wonderful. Nowadays, we have open heart surgery. I mean, we did not have that 50 years ago. We have open heart surgery that are successful. Do you imagine that 50 years ago, maybe more than that or less than that, we did not have the science and the doctors able to perform that type of surgery? I am thankful to science and medicine that have bring us such a great advance in technology and discovery in our modern medicine. We are blessed with living in this era. But here it is what I have to say about this. We also have to be mindful and know and believe that we have perfect bodies. That with faith, with good choice of eating, with exercising, and being mindful with what and how much medication you take, we can overcome any illness. And again, I do not want to elaborate on this because I don't want to get into the medicine subject, but I want you to remember you are from divine nature and our bodies are a miracle. Being healthy is one of the many blessings I have in my life. And this allow me to create and allow me to enjoy this wonderful life. The second thing that I think is fundamental is the mindset and spirituality. And I mix both of them because our mind is our connection with source. You are what you think. And if you think life is difficult, it is. If you think life is wonderful, it is. It's like the quote of Ford that I mentioned in the beginning: whether you think you can or you think you cannot, you are right. Mindset is not only thinking positive, it's the ability to know that everything will be okay because you have a connection with source. A mindset of prosperity, of optimism, and knowing that we are capable to overcome any difficulties will help you when embracing new ideas. Wayne Dyer said in his book, Excuses Be Gone, what you are is what you believe. And if you believe that you are poor, unlucky, overweight, underweight, or that you will always have an addictive personality, that is what you will experience. Because your behavior are supported by your thinking patterns. So your mind is always working, even when you're sleeping. and your mind help you connect with source, and source will guide you. Then the number three fundamental thing that is important is finances. And finances, because money is an important energy that even those who complain about money and who talk bad about money, they even use it and they have no choice. Everybody have to use money to pay for things, to pay your rent, to pay your food, to buy your car. Money is what allow you to travel, to have a comfortable life, and what allow you to help others. Who do not enjoy helping others? I think that the majority of the people I know, they enjoy helping others and they feel so good when they help others. So why to neglect that aspect of our lives? We must allow money to come to us, and that is by changing the way that we're thinking about money and managing it in the proper way. And if you listen Firefly by Iris Janet often, or if you listen a few episodes in this last past month, you have listened to Dr. Amanda Barrientos in Jordan, who talk about money, who talk about how to manage money and how to manifest money. Those three things of life is what I focused before I decided to embrace my new ideas and start my own business and my podcast, and now soon to publish my book. So when is a good time to begin your business or to write your book or maybe to take a trip? Anytime you want to do it, it's when your heart is telling you that you are ready. Some said that, oh, well, when I have money. Some others said, oh, when my kids grown up. Others said when I graduate. But the reality is that anything you want to do, you will do it the moment that you are ready. And it's not about money. It's not about time. It's not about circumstances. It's whenever you are ready to start, is that's when it's the time. And I did my move when I knew that I have so much passion for what I wanted to do, then no one was going to discourage me. No one was going to take me out of my idea. It doesn't matter the opinion that they have about my idea. No one was going to take me out of it because my passion was super strong. And Steve Jobs said in one of those great interviews that he had, and I think that he mentioned this subject a lot of time, and probably you have heard it, passion will keep you going when any ordinary person will quit, because he failed so many times that if he did not have that passion, he would have quit long time ago. And sometimes your ideas, your book or your trip or whatever it is, it may have some failures on the road, but that cannot discourage you from continuing. So this is why you must have a lot of passion. The second thing that I found was my why I was doing what I wanted to do, why I was opening my business, why I'm writing my book, why I'm doing my podcast. And when you find your why, no one can take you away from that, because that belongs to you, that identify you, that have your talent, your knowledge, your passion, your desires. Your why have everything. It's the purpose of why you're going to do the things that you want to do. The why should never be about money, because if it's about money, you're going to get discouraged. It's not always there. Money doesn't show right away when you open this new business. Money is not always there. Money will come when it's the time to come, but money should not be the reason. And like I mentioned to you before, finances, money, it's very important, but it should not be the reason of why you're doing things. You should be doing things because it's your passion, because it make you happy, because identify the why of why you're doing this. So I hope you enjoyed this episode. And if you want more information about me or about Firefly by Iris Janet, please follow me in Instagram under Firefly_IJ and in Facebook at Firefly by Iris Janet. And may your light and attract all your desires.